Hello and welcome to Seinu Gardens. Today I'm going to be talking about the seedlings I got from Matt Ouwinga at the Chinese Bonsai Society February meeting. But before I get to that, I have a few announcements. First is that I will be starting a digital magazine of my own for Seinu Gardens, covering lots of stuff in addition to my YouTube channel. The magazine may or may not be regular. I'm hoping to issue 4 issues a month. I mean, not a month, but per year. But don't hold me to that. I don't know how often I'll do it. I also have some upcoming content. One of them being an intro into my toolbox, which is also covered in my first issue of my first magazine issue. I will be contacting Matt Ouwinga about his presentation at the Chinese Bonsai Society at the February Chinese Bonsai Society meeting. He did not wish to be on YouTube despite me recording him, so I was going to email him to ask him for permission to at least cover what he talked about in summary with me doing the video, since I cannot put a video of him online because he did not give me permission. Well, this is the video for this, which is the seedling selection from the previous meeting at the Chinese Bonsai Society. That was this previous Sunday. And also Nursery Stock Series Episode 3, which will be covering a Dwarf Alberta Spruce. I'll also be covering in this episode with seedlings, early seedling treatment, such as seedlings like this, with wiring them, and like the basic treatment that you get them started with before you get them grown out, like put the first design in them and then you let them grow out, and kind of like the beginning treatment to get them started. And the last announcement that I have is that I've had my email in the description below for a while now, and it's been there for you guys to ask me for help. You can just email me with the subject that's put in the description box below, and I will contact you back with whatever help you need with plants. It doesn't have to be just bonsai, it can be in general gardening help. So if you need help with anything gardening wise, email me and I'll be happy to answer you. Now on to this main episode, which is the seedling workshop, which I'm going to be covering first. The seedlings I purchased from Matt Ouwinga at the Chinese Bonsai Society meeting. The first one we have here is a gumi or silverberry. I think it's Elaeagnus or something like that, if I remember correct. My botanical name memorization isn't the best in the world, except for a handful of varieties. And here we got the bare roots that I got. So I'll unwrap these. I've had these wrapped for a while now. Actually since Sunday, and I'm recording on Wednesday. And they've been in my apartment. And I'm finally just now being able to plant them. So, if I can get these apart. The first things that I'll cover are the basic ones, which are the ones that have a good root base. Here we have some Japanese dogwoods. As you can see, it has a pretty decent radial root system on this. And most of these seedlings do have a good start of a radial root system, as you can see. So they all are a good start. This one is kind of flat on the upper side right here, as you can see. And I'll be sure to get you a close-up. And right here is probably where I'll start the tree. And just cut off all these roots and stick with this, since it's nice and radial about right here. Next, I will cover the Japanese maples that I got. If I can get them untangled. There we go. The Japanese maples were this one, which is rather strong, has a decent start of a radial root system. With a little bit of work with the technique that I use that I'll get in when I'm planting these, with using washers, should help it develop a better root system. Again, we got a nice good start, nice strong root system. some decent Japanese maples, and lastly we have 3 Chinese Quince. And I'll cover the simple ones first. Here we have one that has an angle where the roots bent. However, what I'm going to do is, since I got a nice good radial system down here, is I'm going to print off these upper roots, and I'm going to plant it about right here. Maybe a little bit deeper, I don't know. And this will form the trunk line, and I will wire it kind of like so to form the lower trunk line. Next is this one, which is a basic starter tree. Good starting radial root system at the base. And lastly, the unique Chinese Quince. Here we have a long root that grew out at a weird angle. However, if you look at it like there, and you plant this down here, you have the beginnings of a really nice start for the top of a semi-cascade or cascade style tree, which is going to be really nice. I think once I get it planted like that, if I can get some growth here, or maybe approach graft it, something like that, I think it could really work and be a really nice tree. So that covers the seedlings that I got from Matt Ouwinga. So to go into what I'm going to start with, I'm going to print the roots on all these, which is a simple job. I'm going to start with this one, and so now I got the trees root pruned. So now I'm going to actually pot them up, and right next to me I have my potting soil. I have some mold resistant drywall tape, which this is what I use for covering the drainage holes. It is extremely cheap for how much you get. I have here, how many? 300 feet, and they are exactly the size of most bonsai holes. So you just clip a square, put it over the drainage hole, and you're good to go. I also have wire, in case I need to wire in each seedlings. And I also have one of my secrets to good root bases, washers. These are, what size are these? These are 3/8 inch holes. The center is 3/8 inch, and they are 1.5 inch wide right there. So what I do is I'm going to start with the semi-cascade Chinese Quince, if I can find it. There it is. And hang it, go, hang it. And as you can see, I actually got this pot specifically for this one because I wanted the extra depth. So I'm basically going to do something like that. As you can see, I'm actually gonna. I was thinking I may be able to use this, but I'm not because it's up in the air. So I'm going to print it off because it is straight up in the air. And I want to mention this. I got this at a bonsai auction. Based on the shape and the material, I'm pretty sure someone made it rather than it was pre-made, and someone just happened to donate it to the Triangle Bonsai Society auction. But it's just a simple soil scoop, just a piece of metal wrapped into a tapered circle and attached right there. Pretty simple. I'm gonna grab my my unopened mold-resistant drywall tape, and I got mold-resistant because I wasn't sure how regular drywall tape would work. I actually learned this trick from the I don't know his name, but the guy who runs Painted Lady Bonsai in Wilmington, North Carolina. And this is actually what he used, and this is where I learned it from. Where's the start of this? I can't find a start. There we go. And yeah, you just take a little start, and it's sticky on one side. So what you do is cut a square, take the sticky side, and it sticks right in place. Don't need any wire or anything, just like that. Perfect. And I'm going to take my Chinese Quince. Now I'm probably going to adjust it to the side like this a little bit. I'm going to fill it up with some soil. There we go. And on this, well, actually I might be able to get one on. Where are the washers? There's the washers. Actually, I have one right here. But with the washers, in this case, since I have a straight stem right here, with nothing on it, I can just slide it carefully through without messing up any of the buds. And as you can see, it goes through really easily. Almost. There we go, careful. There we go. And you just go all the way down. And in this case, I want to start it about right there. So, we're going to get it started. And you basically want to have it like that. And I'm just going to hold it in place and fill it the rest of the way with soil. And you want to make sure that the washer is covered with plenty of soil, accounting for even the decomposition of soil. I know when I did this last year for the first time, the soil on some of my seedlings actually decomposed quite a lot. So there was actually a significant amount of soil that it reduced so much that it had a tough time with, that it would have had a tough time rooting it above the washer, because there's nothing to root into, no depth. And here we have that. And I'm probably going to leave it like this for now. And set this to the side. Actually, I'm going to set it over here, so it can be on the side. There we go. Now we're going to cover these primary seedlings. And next to me I have gallon-sized pots as well to pot them into. And since most of these have a good radial root system already, which I specifically was selecting for when I was looking at the trees, I'm probably gonna prune them just a little bit more and not use the washer method, because I just wanted to test how root printing compared to the root printing technique compared to the washer technique. Oh, there it is. I have my 3 Japanese maples over here, my 4 Japanese dogwood right here, and the last 2 Chinese Quince right here. And for gallon-sized pots, I don't really worry too much about the drainage holes personally. So I'm just gonna fill this up, and I usually fill it up pretty deep. Start with this one. So this one's gonna go at an angle about like that. You can see about like that. And you just fill it up and cover the roots. I think I will actually use the washer technique on this just to see how it works. Prune off that top leaf so it's not in the way. Grab the washer. And again, we got a perfectly clean straight stem. You just slide this all the way down. Easy peasy. And as you can see, it just sits right there. And then you just cover it with soil. There we go. We got another one done.